Roy Sullivan. A horrific symphony of lightning and fate. Amidst the deep green forests of Shenandoah National Park, Virginia, the tale of Roy Cleveland Sullivan is not just a strange page in the Guinness Book of World Records, but an epic tragedy of man versus nature. Roy, a dedicated park ranger, became a symbol of stubborn resistance, even as fate chose him as the target of the sky's fiercest rages. In 1942, when a sudden thunderstorm descended, Roy sought shelter in a newly built fire lookout tower. Relentless lightning struck, shaking the wooden tower. In sheer terror, he fled his refuge, and the first bolt struck, etching a searing scar on his leg, an omen of the terrifying trials to come. From that moment on, Roy lived with constant dread, each approaching storm, each flash of lightning, tightening the knot of fear in his chest. In 1969, on a familiar trail, Roy drove his old pickup truck when a bolt struck two roadside oaks, channeling into his vehicle, singeing his eyebrows and eyelashes. Awakening in a daze, he realized he stood on the brink of death. In 1970, in his small garden, as he tended his flower beds, lightning found him again, leaving a lightning flower scar on his left shoulder, a permanent testament to his battle with the sky. In the years that followed, Roy became a hunted man. Wherever he went, whatever he did, lightning pursued him. Each strike was a life or death confrontation. Each scar added to his legendary story. He became a solitary figure, living in fear and the suspicion of those around him. They whispered of a curse, of supernatural abilities, of celestial punishment. Roy felt like an outcast, bearing the burden of the lightning. Despite surviving 7 lightning strikes, Roy couldn't escape the emotional wounds. He carried the weight of haunting dread, solitude, and overwhelming fear. In 1983, at the age of 71, he ended his own life, surrendering to his relentless fate. The story of Roy Sullivan is not just a record, but a reminder of humanity's fragility before nature's power, and of the invisible wounds we carry through life.